Huff. Where have you been? Around. And where are you staying? I'm renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's. Interesting. Two old plantation houses, and falling out over rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying. Arthur, Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that. I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty. There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport. Well, they're good bounties. Where you hear this? Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents of some sort. Super agents? I'd love to meet one. It's just talk. I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you. Stay out of trouble. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, so these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Ça a forcément mal tourné cette histoire.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Sure, why not?
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? I kind of like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement. All right, gentlemen, follow me.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different pipe. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Trelawney's like a bad penny.
I'm not sure how good a magician he is, but he's certainly good at disappearing when he feels like it.
Where does he go?
Everywhere and nowhere, it seems. We wouldn't have got Sean back if he hadn't been weaseling around down that way, though.
Hey, Dutch, remember that time you found him in the outhouse?
Oh, yeah. We hadn't seen him in weeks. We stopped in some dead-end town in the middle of nowhere. Don't even remember the name.
You and Bill were off doing something, Arthur.
So, we pick up some supplies. I go to relieve myself. Open the door, and there's Trelawney, sitting there, newspaper in hand. Mr. Vanderlyn. I say, what the hell are you doing here? And he said, I could ask you the same thing. Now, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little privacy, I ate a rotten oyster.
Hey, maybe there are actually 100 Trelawneys.
What a terrible thought.
C'est le docteur. Il apparaît dans les toilettes, mais en fait c'est une cabine téléphonique bleue. J'avoue, j'ai insulté le docteur là, je suis désolé.
So what Trelawney said about those bounty hunters? What you think?
I told you. I've had bounty hunters after me for years. When was the last time I didn't have a price on my head?
Seems a little bigger now, Dutch.
Super agents. It's just Trelawney over-egging the pudding like the showman he is.
This is the spot. Down to the left there.
C'est pourtant bien ces super agents qui te feront tuer dans quelques années, gars.
I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water. Yes, over there on the shore. I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on.
Hold.
All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
Oh, I got a good feeling about fishing here. There's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon.
Oh. Okay, here we go. Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
Well, what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do too. Keep going.
Et c'est maintenant qu'il me donne les conseils pour la barque, après la photo. Alors que pendant la photo, il n'y avait rien. Ouais mais Baka, t'as pas fait l'émission dans le bon ordre. Bah donnez-les-moi pas alors.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance to hooking something big like a sturgeon.
Strong or good? Oh, worm.
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. I got a bite. Ha! Got ya!
That's on the hook, Arthur.
Ah, I should have had that one.
C'est parti pour le moment où on pêche.
Something's nibbling. Got one. Damn it, I lost him.
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that. There he is. Hey, Hosea. You remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah. You do. He was maybe 20. 21. walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast, toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
You hooked him. I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
There we go. Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed a lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons had patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back with Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes.
Ouais, et les plans changent. Les gens, pas trop.
Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh. Nice, you hooked him.
Putain, mais l'interface de jeu est tellement dégueulasse, quoi. Faut appuyer sur 12 boutons pour jouer. Faut combien de mains pour jouer à ce jeu?
Oh, Arthur's pleased with that one.
Bah c'est sûr, si on attend que ça soit vous qui pêchiez, les gars, on va pas aller loin. Hein. Le vieux, on a ramené un tout petit et j'ai pas encore vu de poisson du côté de Dutch.
You got a bite there, Arthur.
Fish on the line, Arthur.
Il va s'agiter maintenant.
Good job, Arthur.
Un moment de détente entre bros. Ouais, avec mon papa et mon grand-père spirituel.
Arthur's got a bite.
Et il faut bien que quelqu'un attrape du poison, vous avez rien attrapé depuis tout à l'heure les anciens. On va rien manger à ce rythme, hein. Je vous le dis. Hein. Ouais, je reste sur le point de vue quand même que l'interface du jeu est vraiment dégueulasse. Hein. Ou alors il a été fait pour le PS4, mais c'est pas possible quoi. Quoique non, de toute façon il te faudrait quand même 2 mains en plus pour jouer correctement au jeu. Donc. Ah merde, je peux pas les garder.
So kind, Arthur.
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat, not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
Well, they'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was fun. Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay. All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me some.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says, wait till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and knocked off some. I wish to God I'd passed her by. I wish to God I passed her by. Taters got burned and so did I.
That was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Well, look at us. 3 mariners.
Ah, of course.
Well, we be 3 poor mariners till we come from the seas. We spend our lives in jeopardy while others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, around, around? Shall we go dance this round, around, around? Hey, there is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, ground, ground. We care not for martial men that do our state's disdain, but we care for the merchant men that do our states maintain. To them we dance this round, around, around. To them we dance this round, around, around. And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, 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 ground. Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Well, you know, we should not let the folks back at camp think we had too much fun.
Indeed not.
All right. I think I mean, we're gonna be okay. I know. I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Well, I am going to take in the view.
I'll give these 50.
Je serai un peu plus propre maintenant. Hein. Et voilà, on est plus propre. On est un peu mouillé, mais on est plus propre. La 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 la. Ah oui, il faut aller donner les poissons.
Arthur, how you been? I've been real worried.
What do you want?
Don't be like that. Just a few bucks. I'm short.
Get lost.
Well, I'll go try someone with a heart.
You do that. Hello, Arthur.
Oh, il y a l'allemand qui veut encore que j'aille dépouiller des gens. On va faire ça, mais d'abord la cuisine.
Mr. Matthews! Mr. Matthews. You should have been a sailor.
No, thank you. I like to eat fish, not swim with them.
You know, one time, just off the Horn, a giant whale stalked us for months.
The same thing happened to me just south of Milwaukee, only I don't like to talk about it. I have nasty memories, though.
You're not a kind man. I'm not fooled.
The bastards have spotted me at the bar and taken the bullets out of me gun. So I stood there laughing and crying, and rather than kill me, they took me and got me some food. And that, of course, was that.
C'est quoi l'autre? J'ai vu qu'il y avait un jaune aussi. Les Grey. On va pas attaquer tout de suite les Grey parce que je sens que c'est la quête principale de cette zone. On va commencer par Leopold.
Ah, Herr Morgan.
Herr Strauss.
How are you enjoying yourself here?
Well enough, I guess. And you?
Well, it turns out the pursuit of freedom is not a cheap business. Not for us, and not for some of the locals.
Sharking already.
I prefer to call it banking.
You ain't the one handing out the beatings.
No, but I am the one feeding the women and children in the camp. What choice do we have, Mr. Morgan?
I don't know. Well, come on then. Tell me who.
Here's the list. Refinery worker turned hunter by the name of Vinton Holmes. You'll find him up in the hills north of Strawberry. Ah, an apprentice undertaker. This one working in Rose. His name was Gwen Hughes.
And how many of them do you think will be able to pay?
With enough encouragement, both of them.
C'est sûr qu'en tapant les gens, ils acceptent tous de payer à un moment ou un autre. Hein. Moi-même, si tu me feras passer fort, je te donne ma thune. Hein.
Thank you, Arthur.
La nouvelle disposition du camp me convient pas du tout. Je la trouve vraiment mal foutue pour le coup. On va donner 50 $. Le roder des chevaux, c'est intéressant, mais ça coûte cher. Faut leur kidnapper 2-3 gars, là.
Charles?
Et du ragoût?
You're filthy again, Mr. Morgan.
Not now.
You should be ashamed of yourself. A grown man covered in shit like this. No. Okay, let's go.
Here. Some money for your trouble.
Well, thank you kindly.
Elle a fait quoi comme effort? À part me casser les couilles? Usurière!
Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan.
Yes, Reverend.
Do you think the Pinkertons are finally gonna kill us?
Perhaps.
I'm so worried.
You saw those fish Hosea dropped off?
I did. Looks like a successful trip.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
Bon allez, on va aller piquer de l'argent aux pauvres.
Let's get. Yep. Hold still, girl.
There, girl.
Bon cheval, bon cheval. Je crois qu'il fallait pas foutre le bordel à Rhodes. Et ça sera tout ce qu'on fera aujourd'hui, les amis. On va aller récupérer cet argent et on arrêtera là. J'ai la tête qui pulse en fait, j'ai eu la tête toute en vrac tout l'après-midi. Je piquerais volontiers un chariot par contre. J'ai dit qu'il fallait qu'on te fasse de la thune.
Hey, wait up there. Yeah. Relax. Stop. I ain't playing here. Get back. Damn it. Yep.
J'ai dit que je voulais le chariot. Là, on amène même des pommes avec le chariot. Franchement, on est trop gentils. Vous en connaissez beaucoup, vous, des voleurs de chariots qui ramènent même les fruits avec? C'est bon, on tourne en rond. J'adore quand un plan se passe sans accroc.
Figured this might be of interest to you.
Seems to be in order. I'll take it. Don't spend it all at once. See you again soon.
Oh putain, le précédent m'en avait rapporté 40 quand même. Et Bakael à 25, c'est mieux que 0. C'est vrai, puis c'était sur la route, mais quand même. À travers les plaines, je m'en vais chevauchant sur cheval d'enfer, en tirant sur des gens. Ah. Le cheval est fatigué. On va prendre le fusil à pompe. Ça devrait faire parler les méchants qui veulent pas payer leurs dettes. Voilà, le saint fusil à pompe. Oh, qu'il y a une biche dans le coin. On l'a fait voler sur 15 km. On est proche. Ça se fait pas un cheval, hein. Méchant! Méchant cheval!
There you go, girl. Win, Holmes?
I didn't expect to run into no one out here.
Funny how far a man's debts will follow him. You got some money for me, boy? I seen your name in our ledger.
You're with the German? Look, I got it for you. It's just, I don't got it yet. It's up in them hills.
You panning for it?
Hunting it. I tracked this cougar. It's rare. Lily white coat, the pelt to more and cover what I owe.
If I'm skinning anything, I'm skinning you, boy.
Please, I'm out of work. It's the only way you'll get paid, and all the hard work's already done.
Fine. Move.
Well, need our horses? It's, quite a trip.
Yeah.
Le fusil 10 sniper. Et la carabine Lancaster. La carabine c'est pour toi, gamin. Et après je me tiendrai bien.
Okay, follow me. Drive. I'm driving.
Make me come out here, make me chase all over this goddamn mountain.
Hey, you knew it was a risk.
I didn't know nothing. Your name is all I knew.
Well, the German-speaking fella then, Mr. Strauss, he knew my work situation was precarious, that this whole thing was a risky venture.
Wait, risky? Am I at risk now? Are you threatening me, Winton Holmes?
I ain't. No, certainly not. Sir, I'm merely stating, a man without a job, with limited prospects, at those rates, repayment was by no means guaranteed. I said I'd do my best, and I did.
You're continuing to annoy me.
We're going right here, up the stream.
Hey, how about this then? I guarantee repayment. Because I'm gonna get that money out of you. If I gotta squeeze you like a lemon, it's coming out.
Yeah, of course. We're onto it now, okay? We're onto it now. The cash is in that cougar, mister. Sure as pumpkins ain't cauliflowers, the cash is in that cougar.
It better be, or I'll turn you into a goddamn cauliflower.
Up here. We ain't too far now. What I know about cats, this one's rare as hen's teeth. I mean, you ever seen an alabaster wildcat?
Big thing about cougars is they see you, not the other way around.
That may be, but you'd see this one. I've been hunting with my pa. Shot all kinds of cats. Never one like this. In another life, I'd have sought my fortune outdoors, not in the hot, stinking belly of a tar pit.
I ain't interested in your regrets or your life story, Mr. Holmes. Just your damn money. Drive.
This is it. Her den. We should leave the horses. Easy.
All right. Show me.
You'll see her soon. Quiet now. Won't be able to miss her shining in the dark. You hear that? There's a cougar in here. And I bet she's white as virgin cotton. The tunnel diverges up here. I'll take the left, you go right, and we'll see if we don't converge down a ways. And look out for her.
Yeah. Got him. Crap. Damn deader. Oh, penniless idiot.
Oh. C'est pas tout à fait passé comme prévu quand même, hein.
It's white. That'll be rare. Get out of here, horse. Your man ain't coming. Good girl.
Good girl. Ah bah elles sont là les cigarettes. Allez, on va vendre la peau et on arrête le live. Je vous remercie d'avoir survécu ce live, les amis. On continuera dès demain soir, je pense, la suite de nos aventures sur Red Dead Redemption. Alors qu'on a atteint la deuxième zone du jeu, qui est en fait juste à côté de la première. D'ailleurs, c'était un peu une déception, parce que du coup, il n'y avait pas grand chose que je ne connaissais pas du coin. Bon, j'avais pas autant fouillé les marais, certes, mais...
Yep.
Ah, Strawberry. Une ville qu'on a totalement décimée un jour. Un petit passage tranquille.
Hello there, sir.
Go on, get going.
Move already.
Can I help you?
Je peux pas prendre un bain?
Done. Thank you. Come again.
Let's go, bro.
Hey now!
Pull in your horns, friend.
Hey there, look out! What do you think you're doing?
Wow, there's a familiar face. Well then, have a look.
Now, let me see.
Good. Good then. Business done. Sure.
Merci, monsieur.
Be good.
I hear there was a shootout in Valentine. Howdy. Keep it moving.
Hello, sir.
Right here, folks. Papers.
Just get out of my way.
Welcome.
Excuse me.
All right, let's get those sins washed away.
J'ai pas de prime. C'est très bien.
Thank you for your help. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hey, je vous remercie d'avoir suivi ce live, les amis. On se rejoint dès demain pour la suite de nos aventures. N'oubliez pas, bande de cow-boys, le soleil couchant, le cheval, la nature, c'est tout ce qu'il y a de meilleur dans la vie. Demain, on ira récupérer de l'argent, Douda. Douda. Demain, on ira récupérer de l'argent. Faire un cambriolage. On aime cambrioler. C'est notre passion. Tuer des gens, c'est pas marrant. Douda, douda. Sauf si on peut se faire de l'argent. Douda, douda, di. T'arrives à me fatiguer, Bakael. Du coup, t'arrives à te fatiguer toi-même. Est-ce que tu t'en rends compte? Ouais.